Hey guys, it's Wit. Today I'm going to show you how to increase your chance into getting one of the new module, a charge intensive general rounds. Then we're going to try to answer the question whether it is worth using or even worth going after. So for this reason, for those that may not know what we're talking about when it comes to those rounds, so if you look in the access info, you can see we have some new modules for weapons. And they start with charge as the prefix. So charge intensive this, charge intensive that. So there's 4 different rounds. We have charge intensive impact rounds. This one is special rounds. And this one is charge intensive general rounds. That's for weapons like Enduring Legacy or any weapons that use general rounds. Now, as you can see, you get firearm attack and you also have firearm critical hit damage. Now, the one we're going to talk about how to try to get, because we most likely going to use Enduring Legacy because that's what everybody uses all the time. So I'm going to show you how to get a chance to actually get one of those. So if we go to Combine Modules, so you just got to make sure that you go to the Rare option and then try to get to Malachite because it is a Malachite round. And you can get a better chance if you go with general rounds, but I found that you're not going to have that many general rounds going around. Like, for instance, that's because I've been doing so many combinations to try to come up to the conclusion to see which gives you the best option. So just make sure you put it either on general rounds or make sure you put it on all. So if you run out of general rounds, just put it on all. Then what you're going to do, you're going to combine 4 rare modules that are Malachite. But out of the 4 rare modules, if you have one of those modules that is intensive module, whether it is amplification intensive, whatever, as long as it says intensive on it, just trying to combine it with 3 different Malachite one. So let's say, for instance, I would combine this. So I have 3 of them that are Malachite, but they're also rare. So in the next one, you need to try to put a one that says intensive on there. So I'm going to go down and see if I can find anything that have intensive on it, and then I'm going to use it. But I'm not going to use it for this, but I'm going to show you the gameplay where I got it, and you can go from there. Now, the reason being because they are very rare, so I'm not going to waste it for this one, but I'll show you that that's how I got it. So if you don't have any more intensive modules, then just use 4 rare Malachite, and then you get a chance to get it that way too. Again, this is RNG. I'm just showing you some possibilities that you have a better chance of doing it. As long as you have one that has intensive in it, then you have a better chance. I'm telling you, I've tried so many combinations. I tried all kinds of things. I've been spending days trying to combine them, and then this is the only one that I see that work. Now, if you're lucky to get one and then you want to use it, so we're going to go to the Enduring Legacy. As you can see, this is my Enduring Legacy build. This is just a general build. That's what I use for everything. It's not for classes whatsoever. It's just a general build for everything. And now we trying to use the charge intensive general round, which is this one. Mine is maxed out. I got a 36% firearm attack, and I also got a firearm critical hit damage of plus 20%. Now, because it is a firearm critical hit damage type of module, there's only one module that you can replace it with, because you cannot use 2 of the same type of module. So it's going to be concentration priority. Now, for visual, if you look at the DPS number, whether you want to use this or not as a reference, it says 711,389. And if you look at the firearm critical hit damage, it is at 120% because that's the max you get for using concentration priority. So we're going to have to change the socket. Now, once we save it, the first thing you're going to notice is that the DPS number switched from 711 to 612. So, and you're also going to see the firearm critical hit damage is 20%. So that already tells you that you're getting a deficit using this module. But we're going to go a little bit further and show you the difference between using this one and using the concentration priority. Now to test our damage between the two modules, so we're gonna go to use Devour. It is easier to test with Devour because we're only using one full magazine with 205 rounds to actually get the result. And what we're gonna do, I'm gonna show you exactly what we are using as far as Enzo build. Nothing tricky. And then for the weapon, like we said, we're using Charge Intensive, the new module. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna unload one magazine and then I'm gonna wipe twice, that way I can get the result. I'm not gonna use the enhancer. We're just trying to unload a full magazine. This is not going to be a perfect test, but we're just trying to get an idea. I'm sure you guys, okay, that's it. I'm sure you guys already know what the result's going to be. So this is the damage, and this is very consistent to every time that I've done this. So it's 4 million damage. No enhancer from Enzo. We did not use the enhancer from Enzo, so just unload the full magazine with 205 rounds, and this is what we get with Charge Intensive General rounds. Now we're gonna go back to our original build with the concentration priority. So as you can see, with concentration priority on, we've already got our 120% critical hit damage. And we're gonna go to Devour. And we're checking the weapon and the build again. Show you there's nothing tricky going on, same thing. And the weapon, and we are using concentration priority instead of Charge Intensive General round. We're gonna do the same test. No enhancer gonna be used for Enzo. We're gonna try to hit all our 205 rounds. We are getting slapped around, but we just want to use all the rounds out of the mag. All right, so that's it. We're just gonna jump and wipe. So this is the result. We got 5 million, almost 6 million for this one. So you can see there's a big difference between using the concentration priority or the Charge Intensive General round. So my final thought is, I don't know what the developer is trying to do. So because you cannot use both at the same time, so one or the other. So clearly everybody's always going to use the concentration priority because you get more damage out of it based on what we just see. Anyway, hopefully this helps. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.